into a little BTS, a little BTS action. Okay, so tell me how I say your name again. Sabadukia?
Sabadukia. You got it right.
I like that.
Just like if you mentally just go Sabadukia, it's a lot easier.
Sabadukia.
Yes.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. Okay, good. All right. Hey fellow beauty finders, this is Matthias Allen, and today's Monday Makeup Chat is very, very, very exciting because I have a fellow pro makeup artist, Eleanor Sabadukia. She just taught me how to say her name.
Yay!
Thank God, because in paper I was like, how do I say this name? Most people think that it's Matthias or Mateus, but it's, Matthias.
I got it wrong.
So we're on the same page.
Yeah,
we're all on the same page now. So Eleanor Sabadukia and I recently met in the union because we are both union makeup artists. We both work in film and television. And as you guys know, who you've been following me, hopefully loyally for the past 3 or 4 years, you know that I also work in fashion and print. And Eleanor is also very talented in fashion and print makeup as well. So we're gonna get into it and talk about, where she's from, where she's come from, and where she learned all her magic tricks. So Eleanor, where did you start doing makeup? East Coast, West Coast, North, South?
I started in Los Angeles, actually.
You did?
No, I lie. I started in San Francisco.
Oh, I love San Francisco. I was going to say, oh my God, just like me, because I'm from LA.
I was in college, and I wanted to do special effects horror makeup.
Oh.
And I approached the one company that did special effects makeup. They did Cronenberg's The Fly. And I was like, oh my God, I love horror movies.
It's one of my favorites.
I want to do makeup, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, that's great, but you're a woman. So they said, you're going to be working with chemicals. You'd be the first one or the last one. They totally talked me out of it.
Ugh.
And at the time, I didn't know that you could do straight makeup. Beauty makeup, it's like simple bruises and character stuff, not just the big, monsters and aliens type of thing.
So when you say you didn't know that you could do straight makeup, you mean that you didn't know that you could work in TV and film and just do straight makeup?
Yes.
Is that what you mean?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Oh, you thought that in order to work in TV and film, you had to know how to do prosthetics
Yes.
and horror and all that stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of my followers out there are maybe thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
But
so, I didn't know that you could do that, so I went into retail sales.
So did I.
Yes, worked for many, many different companies, but ended up at Neiman Marcus, like somebody else.
Now, were you at Neiman's in San Francisco?
I was.
In Union Square?
Yeah.
That's
Union
a
Square.
beautiful store.
It's a beautiful store,
I've
yes.
done an event there for Kevin O'Connor back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long were you there?
10 years?
Really?
Ooh. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I started my makeup career very late, so it's never too late to start your makeup career.
Uh-oh, it's a funny story coming up.
In Emporium Capel, I worked for Revlon. In San Francisco, I was with Prescriptives.
I love Prescriptives.
Yes, that was such a great line.
Can we bow our heads for Prescriptives? It's
moment of
now
silence.
It's gone.
Then I found out that you could do straight makeup and not no special effects. So then I moved to LA.
Okay.
And I worked for Neiman's for another 3 years to save up money because I knew I'd be poor for 3 years.
Yeah.
And I went to school and strangely enough ran out of money when it came to special effects.
It's an expensive craft.
Yes. Well, they didn't.
Right?
They didn't say. Oh, by the way, you need another $500 for supplies.
500, more like 5,000 nowadays.
Yeah. The end product was to learn special effects. So
you really wanted to work in a horror film.
Right.
Right.
Well,
okay.
and that's part of our arsenal is actually for straight makeup artists. You really should know how to do cuts and burns and bruises and tattoos and bald caps and facial hair. That's straight makeup.
Got it.
Actually, I got my first job from school because I was more experienced. My makeup was better than everybody else's, so there was a producer there going to school to learn how to do our own makeup. And she's like, I like your work, would you like to work on my film? And I said, yes, but I've never department headed before. So I got my friend to department head while I assisted and kind of watched what she did, and then from there it was kind of like it snowballed into referrals.
And you were telling me that too before we started filming about how important it is to learn by example, watching examples. Or not everybody can just learn everything right out the gate from school, right?
Yeah.
Right?
When I did my first film, Saw, Monica.
That was your first film?
That was my first film.
Wow, what year was that? I can't remember.
2003.
Okay, 2003.
Yeah, 2003. Monica Potter had asked me to do her TV series. And then I said, I've never department headed a TV series, but I would love to work with you. And she was very disappointed. And all my friends at the time said, you should have just said yes and gotten somebody who could have done it. I'm like, but that's not who I am. It's hard. I'm a bad liar. So,
well,
yeah.
that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It means you have morals and standards.
I'm a bad liar. So at least it made me feel good about my work, my beauty work. Mm-hmm. But I look at the effects work on that movie and I'm like,
In the movie Saw?
Yeah. Carrie Elway's makeup is just, it kills me every time I see it. Because, he's pale, I made the front of his neck pale, and when he started yelling, the back of him started getting red. So he's like pale in the front and he's like red in the back. And I was like, oh no! Didn't put makeup on the back.
But you learn from every situation, right?
Yeah. Since I've started out, I've learned an incredible amount of information from watching other people and my peers, and I am happy that I started my career even in my mid-30s instead of my early 20s. It makes me more appreciative of my career and what I've achieved, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
I'm so glad you moved to Atlanta to follow your dreams.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
I hope you guys are inspired by this story. It doesn't matter what age, what nationality, what part of town you come from. If you have a dream, you should totally follow it. If you guys would like to see more of Eleanor, you've got to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I have many more questions and I'm going to be picking her brain in just a few more minutes. But those videos will be coming up in a few short weeks. So please, please, please subscribe to my channel. Click thumbs up. Leave me a comment or a question down at the bottom if you have any. Eleanor, thank you for coming by.
Thank you so much for having me. I love being here.
Well, I see a ton of makeup on the counter and I'm dying to talk makeup. So I am going to be playing with some of this beautiful makeup in an upcoming Monday Makeup Chat. So thanks you guys for subscribing and stay tuned for 2 more videos right after the break.
Bye!
Whereas I was the kind of guy that would wash it all off and then have to put boy back on. Studio fix, like in our other Monday Makeup Chat where we talked.
That is 100% it. It is the hardest thing ever. Because you feel like you're like abnormal in the middle stages.
Yeah, no, I hate that I have that blotchy skin that doesn't look good without some tinted moisturizer or some powder foundation.